God has a funny way of showing what is meant to be. Had to learn everything I was meant to see wasn't meant for me.
Oh, that sounds good. That is the latest single from Eric Roberson called Lessons. And in this song, he actually collaborated with Raheem DeVaughn, Kevin Ross, and Anthony Hamilton, all of whom have performed right here on Great Day Washington over the last several years. We spoke to Eric about his new projects and also his upcoming events.
Eric, we are so happy to have you back. It is so great to see you. How have you been?
I've been great, trying to keep these kids in order and my wife happy, but everything's been great. How about you?
We are doing good, and we love that you have some new music coming out, a book coming out. First off, you're performing here in the D.C. area, sold out, but
Yeah.
people can find your music. What has this time in the pandemic been like for you in creating new music?
You know, I'm a person who tries to listen first. And when I tell my students, I say, you read till you're full and you write till you're empty. So I've had a ton of stuff to write about. There's never a reason to have writer's block. Even when I was afraid, even when the pandemic had everything quiet and shows were getting canceled, that's probably a time to really listen, you know? So my pen moved the entire time. And we have an album coming out April 1st, which and the song Lessons that's been doing quite well lately, even in DC, of course. A lot of it just happened from the pen constantly moving, just observing, you know. But yeah, we've learned to pivot like everybody else. You know, shows had to go virtual. I had to learn how to do graphic design and perform and read a screen at times, you know. So whatever we need to do to keep it going. For me, I love what I do, so I would love to just try to always figure that out the best way possible.
It's true. This is your 17th studio album that's coming up?
It's either 17th or 16th. I've lost count.
Well, I can imagine why.
Yeah, we've been putting out albums for 21 years, and we average about an album every year and a half. So yeah, we put an album out right in the beginning of the pandemic called Here From Here, and Lessons, the album. Yeah, I'm really, really proud of this record, and yeah, April 1st, so it's coming out as another studio album. We're ready again.
Wow.
How does it work with you, Eric, when it comes to these albums? How much of it is your writing, your songwriting? How much is it as a collaboration, songs from other people? How do you figure out that mix?
Well, I'm always writing. I'm always open for other writing. Most people, interesting enough, don't send me songs. It's kind of, I would love for,
because they can't compare to yours.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but I think people always asking me to write. So even there's multiple projects that I'm working on right now for other people's albums that are coming out. So I'm constantly working. What I would tell you album-wise, what best works is I'm always writing, right? So if somebody called me and said, oh, I'm working on a project, okay, we work on that project. But every once in a while, you know, you'll sit down, even like with Lessons, perfect example. I wasn't even on the radar of making an album. And one day around 3 o'clock in the morning, I went down to the studio and I just started writing. And you know when it's special, like you know, oh, I got something, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, I write, and then the album lets me know when I'm getting close. Like, oh, this is probably an album. You know, it's more about, once again, listening, right? So if I put together, the best way to put it is if I put together about 6 or 7 songs that I'm not willing to sell or not willing to put on another project, probably more than likely I'm going into album mode.
Yeah, it's yours. It's so surprising. You've done so many albums, but this is your first book, and you've kind of turned this Lessons now into a book, right? That has some lessons from your life in it. Yeah, right there.
Yes. Yeah, the book is coming out real soon. I believe the 21st, and really a lot of it was, we did a marketing plan for the song Lessons where we were showcasing like our favorite movie clips, our favorite TV shows. Take your favorite TV show and then put the song to it. Favorite scene of a movie and put your song to it. But what happened was I started writing lessons about the scenes. So a lot of times the lesson was very, very obvious. A lot of times it might be just a simple thing, but there were layers to it multiple times. And from that, we were able to find a lot of great lessons I think people would enjoy. So it turned into book form, and there's other essays and other beautiful writing in it as well. So I pride myself on being a writer, and it's just another form. So I'm really excited about people reading that.
Congratulations. And Ellen was just talking the other day about taking time out of your day to find some creativity and do some because you never know what this little bit of creativity what path it's going to take you down and turn into. And that's what we're seeing with you, Eric. Congratulations on everything, and it's so great to see you.
So great to see you again. I look forward to seeing you all hopefully in person soon. But right now,
Yeah,
I'll take
I hope
virtual.
so. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yes, Eric, we want you right here. Okay, so Monday's performance is sold out, but if you want to see Eric perform live, his next local performance is at the Baltimore Soundstage. That is happening next Friday.